Sports Gurukul, the Gurukul for sports, where immature sports talent of India from age group 7 to 15 years will be nurtured in all aspects to become an ideal sportsperson. In the Sports Gurukul, Shishya is under lot of discipline and restrictions, but yet his attitude is with the limitless thinking which is utmost needed to succeed in the sports. Sports Gurukul is the intermediate stage between Krida Prabodhini and other elite sports facilities of nation like Balewadi. Krida Prabodhini is the initiative by Maharashtra government to shortlist sports talent from remote neighborhoods. Krida Prabodhini educates the selected players up to 10th standard and provides sports facilities which are not up to the mark. Here is the time to enhance our grassroots level platform of Indian sports by providing Gurukul environment to young athlete to groom properly. Here is the site for design dissertation. Annasaheb Magar Stadium, situated alongside Krida Prabodhini in Pimpri Chinchwad. Site is spread over 25 acres and well connected to other metropolis like Pune, Mumbai and Nashik. Currently on site, there are few existed structure, that is stadium and swimming pool, alongside slightly slopey terrain with the barren land. At site located in the outskirts of metropolis with the silent neighborhood and with the available source of raw sports talent in form of Krida Prabodhini and current conditions of sports complex and stadium demands for sustainable growth of sporting culture like Sports Gurukul. Athletics, gymnastics and weightlifting, these sports are included in the Sports Gurukul. After understanding work ethic required for these sports, activity schedule for Sports Gurukul is designed, which is ultimately gives rise to design program. By understanding current active public space on site helps to differentiate site in three zones: public zone, semi-public and private zone. Build forms are zoned on the site as per the priorities, space kept left over for future expansion. Here is the master site plan. As per earlier zoning ideologies, build forms are placed as per the public, semi-public and private zones. First one is public zone. In this, administration department and Yashogata Pavilion, that is sports museum, is placed. Semi-public zone, athletic stadium and athletic ground and gymnastic hall is placed in this zone. Last one is private zone. Gurukul residence and Bhojanalaya is placed in this zone. At the entrance in front we have a statue of inspiration. Then there is a bifurcation of road. One goes to athletic stadium and another one leads to swimming pool. Land next to road which leads to swimming pool is kept vacant for future expansion of Sports Gurukul. Swimming pool of the sports complex working very well, so it is kept untouched. At the front of entrance we have a longitudinal building, that is administration department and Yashogata Pavilion. Then we have an athletic stadium and athletic ground. On the athletic ground there are different zones assigned for different types of athletics. Here is the zone for throwers like javelin throw, hammer throw, discus throw. Here they can practice for their clear action with 45-degree throw. Here are the circles for made for group exercises. Here is the zone for jumpers like long jumpers, triple jumpers, pole vault. Here they also have a circles for group exercises. There is one circle assigned for trampoline for getting jumping rhythm. Here is the zone for sprinters for their explosive exercises and agility exercises. Outside the stadium there is a zone for long distance runners for their rhythmic running exercises. These all formal training arenas connected to Gurukul residences through pathway which act as a pause for athlete to prepare right mindset before entering in arena and questions the young mind that Did I give 100% on field? Pathway further leads to informal training space, which inspires the young kid to compete more, train more, and push their limits for one more time. Here is the site section. Site is equipped with the minor slope. At the top, there is an athletic stadium, where is at the bottom we have a residences of Gurukul with informal training space. Here is the Gurukul residences, the heart of the sports Gurukul. Shishya residence, informal training space. Guru's residence and athletic ground on top. Guru's residence with the pool in the backyard. Interior of Guru's residence with the sitting katta and small work desk next to the window. Informal training space where athletes can push themselves before and after formal training in arenas. Shishya residence. Angan, the community space and learning space. Shayan Gruha, with the interiors of exposed brick jali and stone masonry. Gurukul residence design comes in picture after undergoing different design stages. Here is the stage 1. At initial stage, form is developed through opening up the closed interior spaces into exterior to enhance the space quality through nature. Stage 2. In this, floors stacked one above the another and courtyard is placed between two build forms which is act as a soul of the structure. Later on, Guru and Shishya's residential units are separated for to maintain their privacy. Stage 3. At third stage, Shishya's residential units are designed in more contemporary and holistic way for players of age group from 6 to 16 years. 4 residential units are bound together with one thread, that is courtyard. Slopy pergolas, extended verandas adds gypsy character to the architecture which is essential for young minds. Stage 4. In this, adjacent units are joined together for to decrease construction cost. Angan, that is courtyard, very well placed which will be under the shadow during the daytime. On the open side, exposed brick jalis, brick louvers and dry stone masonry is placed to have a glimpse of local Wada architecture and better suitability with hot and dry climate of the site. Bhojanalaya. Bhojanalaya is the eating space for Gurukul. Bhojanalaya is designed as per the Indian rituals of diet and it is sufficient for all Shishyas to eat food at one time. Exposed brickwork, exposed concrete work and green space around the structure adds aesthetic beauty to the structure. Spaces of Bhojanalaya is been designed as per the need of traditional eating rituals of ancient India. Like in Bhojanalaya, meal will eat by sitting on the ground. Planning of Bhojanalaya is quite straightforward to cater large crowd at once. Kitchen services, utility space and storage is having a service entry from left side. Athletic Stadium is equipped with the advanced sporting facilities which can hold 9,000 spectators at once. Here is the exploded view of stadium stand. Tensile roofing canopy spans over half of the stadium stand which blocks southwest sun and provides diffuse sunlight. Punctured skylights in pre-stressed slab of stadium stand and glass facades on exteriors helps to lit up the interiors with the sunlight as well as provides cross ventilation. Inner planning of the stadium is quite efficient to cater different category of people. Grand entrance lobby in the center to hold a large crowd. Many corridors from the stands connected to entrance lobby from either sides. 4 blocks, that is weightlifting center, gymnasium, yoga center, rehab center, are placed with the changing rooms in front for betterment of athletes and users. Big toilets are placed on the either sides for spectator crowd. Let's get into the details of athletic stadium. Stadium canopy is the lightweight steel structure with PTFE membrane over it, which spans over spectator stands 20 meter in length and 120 meter in width. PTFE tensile membrane connected to canopy through the steel cable where they attach with the clips. Exterior exposed brick wall with different brick bond helps to cool the interiors. Rimmed pile foundation is proposed for megastructure like athletic stadium to hold its stability over longer years with existed black cotton soil, which is not good for construction. Let's move on to the underground details of stadium. Perforated underground pipes laid over central green pitch to collect rainwater and reuse of water over the period of time as site comes in hot and dry climate of Pune where water scarcity is observed in dry season of the year. Let's move on to the guardians of the stadium. Athletic arena is carved from the existed site which gives itself a bowl shape on one side. RCC retaining wall helps in resisting existing terrain and soil. Let's move towards the one who brings sustainable character to the arena. There is always concern expressed over the use of potable water for sporting arena. To cater the big need of stadia like 10,000 liters of water per day, we propose to use harvested water from monsoon, filter it and reuse it again and again over the year. Monsoon water will be collected through the corrugated drain pipe which are installed under the grass field. Collected water will send to filtration tank and after it gets filtered, it will be sent to storage tank. Stored water will be used as per the needs. Storage tank is connected to water distribution unit which are next to field. By connecting sprinkler accessories, water can be fed to the field. Stored water can also be used for the toilets in the stadium stand. Gymnastic hall is the place for young gymnasts to perform various types of gymnastics. Gymnastic hall is linear and rectangular, placed longitudinally to the east-west direction so as long facades will face northern and southern side for natural light. Gymnastic hall is the stilted structure over the existed contours. Slight slope to the roof helps to collect the rainwater in the RCC gutter from where water will be spilled over the murals through the water chain like a shower. Then that water will end up in the kund. In the ground floor, changing rooms for athletes with the small pool for recovery is placed from where one can lead to the upper floor through the ramp or through the staircase. Surrounding landscapes of the structure adds beauty to the contemporary look of exposed brick and exposed concrete from the point of entrance itself. On the first floor, different regime of gymnastic can be practiced in gymnastic hall. Adequate space is been left for warm-up and training for beginners. In lateral section, northern side is filled with the polycarbonate glass facade to collect diffuse north light, whereas on the southern side, brick jalis are used intelligently to trap sunlight and circulate air. South facade of gymnastic hall is been treated smartly to avoid shadow pattern in the interiors which disturbs the gymnast while performing gymnastics, and it helps to cool the interiors with the better air circulation. Small aluminum grills placed on the open sides to avoid invading birds. At the entrance, there is a bifurcation of road where statue of inspiration is placed, which boosts the adrenaline of anyone who enters in the complex. Administration and Yashogata Pavilion are combined together with different entrances through the gateway of neighborhood trees which are welcoming to the visitors. Here, the spaces are aligned as per the chronology. Planning of the administration and pavilion building is much linear and spaces are flow as per the flow of the site contours. Exposed brickwork, brick jalis and exposed concrete is being used to have a earthy look to the structure. Electric supply layout. Here, electric supply layout in which municipal electric supply differentiated in all build forms and solar street lamp are provided on the streets. Drainage layout. Here, storm water and sewage water is filtered and reuse it to decrease water dependency on municipal water supply. Water supply layout. Here, in this, municipal water supply is combined with the treated flushing water and borewell water to tackle water scarcity in the dry season.